Hey? Oh, thanks, man. Turn around and smile for the camera.
Everybody. Well, so much to see, so much to tell you, and time is very short here. So we can even stand in front of just one temple and spend 30 minutes talking about the same construction. But we will try to show you the most important in this place. After this guided visit, you will be on your own. No more me, so you can go there, and explore, and you meet us right on the bus, on board of the transportation, right? That's gonna be like your little free time for pictures, for shopping, whatever you wanna do. Actually, you see vendors inside, and that's actually something that is gonna be changing soon. For archaeological sites, should not have vendors inside. But this is like a little time for them. So when tourists come here, they can see some of this stuff. What I consider really beautiful from them is the obsidian. For obsidian is the only answer so far about all these great things Mayas did. I mean, so far nobody knows what was the tool they had to make these temples with so much symmetry. Nobody knows where all these rocks come from. Mayas left plenty of mystery, long time ago. What my companion told you on the bus is a fact. When the Spanish people came here, in a certain way, it's hard to say it, but it's a fact. They killed our culture to let their culture be alive, right? So that's what really happened. And so that I can tell you, for 400 years, all these temples were forgotten. Nobody was interested, and the place was just abandoned, vegetation covering all these constructions until 1926. The Carnegie Institute of Washington, in connection with the Mexican government, decided to do something with all these constructions. When they came here, they found many temples in really bad condition. Look at this side. This side is showing more or less the shape of all this construction, but this side is missing a lot of rocks. We cannot even see how this stairway was on this side. Can you see that? And so what we see now is a program of restoration. All these temples used to have beautiful stucco covering the walls, so the rocks were not visible. And besides that, beautiful color, red, green, yellow, orange, everything was full of harmony and color long time ago. Now what we see is a program of restoration. We know important details about the temples. For example, what you see over here is a calendar. A real calendar that talks about a snake. If Mayas had a calendar of 365 days, that was because of the big respect they had for snakes. But in the 1500s, snakes were considered devil things, right, or beliefs. And that's why this calendar was not allowed by the new society to be used around here. Snakes are gonna shed skin every 365 days, so Mayas wanted to represent 365 days on this construction. 4 stairways. Each stairway has 91 steps. 91 4 times, this is 364, plus the room on top, 365. So the Maya calendar has nothing to do with the Gregorian calendar. This is totally different, and actually this temple, believe it or not, was to represent a snake. every 21st of March, every 22nd of September, we can all see a huge giant snake out of light coming down from top of this construction on the other side. And this is not magic. This is only calculation, intelligence to know how to build the temple, where to build it, for we can look for the sun. The sun is right there. In the afternoon, actually the sun hides this direction, and that's when this phenomenon can happen every 21st of March. My companion told you something about the Quetzal on the bus, and the beautiful Quetzal is protected now in some reservations. Unfortunately, almost gone. People wanted so much the feathers, and they didn't care much about this species. And I can tell you, many of these beautiful birds are gone. Today we know the feathers of this beautiful bird are so long, and when it flies really high, and the tail moves like snakes across the sky. So that's why Maya said, look at the snakes, they fly. The snakes fly, they can get close to the clouds, and they can send us water. And this place depended very much on water. Look, no rivers, no lakes. If I feel thirsty now, what am I gonna do? Well, now in modern times I just buy a bottle of water. But in ancient times, where 50,000 inhabitants were here, now we would like to know how they did it. They had cisterns and they had sinkholes. But not all these sinkholes are nearby. For example, in your free time, if you walk straight ahead, you'll see a beautiful round hole, very rounded, and that was the famous well of human sacrifices. That is the reason Chichen Itza has its name. Chi means mouth, Chen means well, Itz means magician, or the one that makes magic, and Ha means water. The pronunciation is not Chichen Itza. Some people say Chichenilla, some people say chicken pizza, right? The pronunciation is Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza. Chi mouth, Chen well, Itz magician, Ha water. This is the place where we find the mouth of this well where magicians of the water dwelt. So that would be the interpretation. Now, look at all these people clapping. What are they doing? Are they so happy or what? Okay. Well, actually, for sure somebody told them about this beautiful effect that happens when people stand in front of the temple and people clap. So Mayas thought in all these details, and when people clap in front of this temple, they say they can hear something close to the sound of a quetzal. Let's go to try it.
You're going to clap.
Yes, I'm gonna get the clap.
I was going to say that.
Pay attention. This is how this clapping becomes the sound of a bird. I can't help me, but let's try to make it at the same time, otherwise it will sound like crazy birds. 1, 2, and 3. Follow me. Sound like a bird? Okay. So I just touched all these details. Inclined, limestone, the bolting system inside, temples around make possible this phenomenon. And Mayas wanted to represent their gods through the carvings, but they also wanted to represent the gods through the sounds, acoustic. And I can tell you, this would be the birth part of this deity or representation. And the name of this god is Kukulkan. Kukulkan, snake with feathers, right? Kukulkan comes to see us twice. No wonder this place was actually cursed in Spanish time, for they say this place was built for the worship of Satan. Look at all these snakes around, snake representations, snake heads on that side. That ornamentation in the middle of the temple sticking out looks like a snake mouth, right? And you can see snake representations everywhere. Great Caesar used to talk in the Great Coliseum, and everybody could hear him. Here, imagine normal people standing up there, being capable to talk and pass messages to the society. So this effect was this clapping, these sounds, this acoustic helps to have communication. If we say the population was 50,000 inhabitants or probably more, no wonder they had the intelligence to communicate with each other. No microphones, no speakers, so this is the way they passed all these messages. Come inside.